Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and another episode of our Viking invasion campaign as the Kingdom of Northumbria. And this feels like a very momentous time for our little kingdom. We have been doing well in the past few episodes. As you can see, we've got a nice chunk of land. We've expanded into the north by 5 or 6 provinces, and we've even managed to extend our power into Gwynedd, into northwest Wales. We've got several stacks across the map. We've got no enemies currently. Our diplomacy has us listed as just a bunch of allies, but we're not at war with anyone. And we're making a decent amount of money. We've got over 4,000 in the bank, and we're making just under 2,000. Now, that's not a lot by the standards of the grand campaign, but for Northumbria, for the Viking invasion map, this feels pretty good. We're even starting to get our fleets out into the sea regions, and this is, going to allow us to trade and get some naval dominance. The problem is this can all come crashing down very, very rapidly, and I've been in this kind of position before. The problem is that Mercia and the Saxons have started to go to war, and the Saxons have just barely started to win, perhaps. Maybe the Mercians will come in and beat them back, and then the Mercians will have the upper hand. The problem is if one of these factions gets dominant in this region, south of the Humber, then we have a very, very difficult problem ahead of us, because these factions have infrastructure now. They've got a lot of money, I'm sure. They've certainly got a lot of production capability. So they could out-train us, and there's not much we can do about that. So we're currently allied with the Mercians and neutral with the Saxons. I'm getting my bishops around to find the Saxon king, seeing if we can get an alliance, and then maybe jump ship with Mercia, ally with the Saxons, and then start taking some of this land while the war is still going on. That is, I think, our current best hope. We can't currently attack the Saxons, so if we just do nothing up here and the war continues, no matter who wins, it's going to be very bad for us in the long run. So we do need to get involved, and the easiest way for us to get involved is just to attack Mercia and start grabbing some of this ourselves. We've set everything up, I believe. The one thing that we've done a little differently is I did decide to go ahead and throw all of my assassins. We've currently got 4 of them. These 3 are 2-star assassins, and this is my 1 3-star assassin. We're going to throw them all at the Irish king. He's 55, but he currently doesn't have any sons. We managed to kill his only heir in the last episode. He may have some coming up behind him, so I figure why not just throw our assassins at him. But we are training a boat in Dara, and the plan there is to get trade, or really more importantly at this stage, naval transport. So we're going to need 3 ships, really, minimum, to do what I want to be able to do, and hop over Lindissi, right, and start being able to send troops down here. We are training a bunch of troops, and then we'll have to see what's going to unfold. I guess, okay, there goes the big counterattack into Middlesex. Okay, so the 3-star assassin is killed. The Saxons have withdrawn. Jeez, alright. Assassin killed, assassin killed, assassin killed. So all the assassins are dead. Alright, irredeemably witty, Ozulf. Okay, that's fine. Alright, nothing else big has happened. And it looks like now the Mercians, right, are getting the upper hand. This is possibly going to go back and forth for a little while. Now, I know that one option is for us just to start attacking Mercia right now. A couple of problems with that. One, that could really just help the Saxons, and then maybe we grab 1 or 2 provinces. But Mercia's still got a lot of stacks, right? They've got a lot of troops. So this is going to be a big couple of battles ahead of us, no matter what shakes out. But Mercia could turn around and hit us, and then we just end up helping the Saxons. The other problem, of course, is that our king has 3 influence right now. And this is really bad for local loyalty. We need to, in fact, check the loyalty of all the units we just trained. Okay, that's pretty good. 4 shields I'll take. What do you have? All right, 5. Great. I guess I'll bring you down. Let's keep you guys together, I guess. We've got, okay, yeah, this type of thing. 1 shield of loyalty. We have too many of these guys, and then we're in a lot of trouble. But fortunately, we've got our heir around here, Prince Anred. So what we can do, actually, is get rid of this guy, the very disloyal woodsman here. And what else do we have? All right, we've got a Saxon Huscarl unit. Okay, 4. That's pretty decent. Now, if we betray our ally, if it's just an outright betrayal, then we're going to lose a point of influence, right? And depending on how this goes, we may have no choice. But I'm hoping... Geez, I don't know. But here's the Saxon king anyway. We want to see if we can ally with him. I don't think we have any bishops with a star. Oh, we do. 3-star bishop. He must have been our first one who arranged those alliances for us. He's all the way in Hordaland, though. I'm going to leave him there for now. So, King Alfred. Wow. I think this is the guy. I think this is the man himself, King Alfred I, right? Let's see. Great warrior. Strange builder. I don't know. If this is actually King Alfred, he's got very low piety and just low all-around stats. Maybe Great Warrior is the thing that he gets, but it seems a little strange. Well, no pun intended. It seems odd that he would have this bundle of traits and generally poor stats. Anyway, so we will try to ally with him. And if I'm right, and I may be remembering this wrong, but I think we're going to get the option of switching allegiance here. That may be good. I mean, geez, it looked a second ago like the Saxons were going to just roll all over the Mercians. And now it looks like if the Mercians play their cards right, they could destroy Saxony in a couple of turns. Essentially, they could go just smash them in Wessex. Let's take a look at the units they're training. So Saxony has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, very low loyalty, but some good stats. And they've got 5 units of Huscarls, some royal bodyguards, some armored spearmen. They've got feared and archers, a good mix. It looks like well, everyone's training peasants, but the Mercians seem to be leaning a bit more heavily on peasants as a proportion of their overall troops. Like, you've got at least 3 peasant units, it seems like, in every one of these stacks. Well, okay, at least a couple. So, if we can get an alliance with the Saxons, they don't have many allies currently. They might be open to it. And that could free us up to take Mercia. You know, if we could grab, like, these 3... I'd feel pretty good about it. Ruckensetten in particular, because it's got a decent income. It's built up quite well. It's still got its abbey, right? It's got 40% farming, which is very nice. And they've built a little bit of metalwork infrastructure here. So +1 for both armorer and the metalsmith. And this, of course, has iron. Mercia has iron, but they've done nothing with it. But at least they have basic farms, right? They've got a royal palace here. So there's some infrastructure here. And Lindisi, you know, not that helpful. It's making a surprising amount of cash, so this would actually be nice too. It's making so much more than ours. Look at this; it's pathetic. But just south of the river, just the income just skyrockets. So yes, it'd be nice if we could grab these 3 and start making some cash and cranking out some units. But I think we need to keep that up, right? I think we need to keep training the units. Let's see, where did that armored spearman go? Okay, yes, he's over here, working his way down. Let's go with some feared in Bernicia, and let's go with a woodsman unit in Elmet and Cumbre. I think we want to go ahead with some armor here. May as well work that up. I'll go with more armored spearmen. I'll go with another unit of horsemen. And in Lothian, we've got lots of mercenaries we could grab. Let's spend the money on some kerns. Mounted nobles might be nice too, but that's more for like exactly when we need it. We don't want to spend the cash on those just yet. I think, yes, I'm going to keep the kerns in this stack for now. Okay. And I think I'm going to wait on building at the moment. We do have money, but I don't want to invest in Deira because it's going to be a front line. So I think we'll hold off for another year or 2 there. Reggit, I guess we could build. But we're building in Kyle. We're building in Fib. That seems pretty important. Okay, Dalriada. Let's send some bishops over this way. And let's take another look at how Hordaland is doing. Okay, 31% Catholicism here. Nothing is changing in terms of the troop recruitment, and this is already at 4%. There is, however, a pagan sacrificial shrine, which is going to give the Vikings the option to build berserkers, and they haven't been doing that too much. I think we have seen a few berserker units, but it has been a while. Alright, Mercians go down into Wessex. Saxons withdraw. That is bad news for the Saxons. Okay. Alright, we've got an alliance with the Saxons. Alright, I think this could be good. The big problem is that we don't want to just attack a faction and do a little bit of damage while one comes out dominant, right? But at the same time, we don't want them both to be doing well, because even just fighting the Mercians or the Saxons as they are currently might be beyond our abilities. So we kind of want to wait. Like I think this time would be pretty good, where the Mercians are winning, right? They've got Essex out right now. I don't know what's going on in Kent, but they've got Wessex, and they may keep it, right? And they seem to be doing okay against the Saxons, and so we might be able to grab these one or two of these provinces pretty easily in the next couple of years. If the Mercians continue to do well, then I think that's what we'll want to do. So, all right, another son. Do you wish to remain allied with the Saxons? Yes. So we're no longer allied with Mercia. Again, this feels rather momentous. I think we also need eyes on Middle Anglia. So let's get a bishop over there. I'm just going to move you there. You'll make your way eventually. Meanwhile, I'll have maybe an emissary moving around. Okay, so there may be a big counterattack here, and the current king of Mercia is Harold the First. Again, he's got 4 stacks, it looks like, in here. None of this is that great. Jeez. But he does have decent influence versus King Alfred's pathetic influence of 2. It's not much worse than ours. Alright. And you know, I'm still not seeing any sons coming of age here. The Irish could just die out. Very interesting. Let's bring a princess over for now, so we'll have sort of eyes on East Anglia for at least a little while. Okay, so we can see everything. All right, let's check our training. Check the loyalty. Get this kern out here. Good. So we've got the and this is a way you can tell without having to like obsessively check, even though I still like to do it. The unit with the star, when all of them have like 0 command, like in this situation, this one is the general, right? So you could right click the stack and he's in charge. So that's very good. Bring you down to Bernicia, and okay. Good. I should have trained some feared men here. Why don't I do that now? And okay, this is not so great, but I think we'll risk it. Send you down to Pexetin right now. I guess the risk here is now the Mercians might be free to attack us too. What do they have on the border? This is very weak overall. They've got like a couple of good units. And this guy's like their hero unit, 4th red. Interesting. Philosophically inclined, that's just terrible actually. Hedonist is bad. He's honest, so he's going to be loyal. Even with that, he's not super loyal. Okay, loyalty among the Mercians doesn't look fantastic. Some of them have good loyalty, but I think a few losses might really hurt them. Okay, let's gather the troops and let's see. Do I want to send you down? Yeah, I think so. We'll stack all you guys together. Move you down into Deira. Move you down into Deira. And okay, you're coming over. Actually, I should probably send you down into Cumbria just to be closer to the front. We're training Feared. We're training Woodsman. Let's go with another Saxon Huscarl unit. It feels a little risky because they are sometimes rather disloyal. Let's go with another Horseman. Okay, and we've sort of switched our alliance block, theoretically. Once we go to war with Mercia, we're going to potentially lose alliances with the Irish, the Picts, and the Welsh. So that's maybe another reason to wait until the Irish king dies, because I don't know if we can inherit if the faction is not allied with us. We'll see. I'm not starting any trouble just yet. Okay, there's a big counterattack. The Saxons, we'll see if they actually fight. Oh, interesting. Oh, jeez. Mercians kicking out of East Anglia. Oh. Okay, the Saxons. Okay, good. I want the Mercians to do well, I think. Saxons are getting out of Somerset. Mercians are getting out of Wessex. Saxons out of Dorset. Whoa. Very interesting. Okay, so they must have split. The Mercians must have split off a stack from their Wessex army and gone down to Dorset. Okay, so Saxons lose 2, Mercians lose 1 is what it looks like. All right, they want to marry our princess. I'm going to say no to that. Godwin is strange. Well, this builder. We also want to keep an eye on, what we can do with these guys. Are we building a port? No, we need to get on that, actually. I'm going to spend some money for that so we can get these guys out of here if we want to use them somewhere else. And we got to remember, this guy is 4 stars, but fairly disloyal. Let's check a princess. 27. Okay, yeah, maybe we'll, how about this? I'm going to move you right there right now. We'll keep our emissary in Middle Anglia, and you can go and marry him. Yeah, Ethelwulf, Earl of Pexeton, who's a nice general, but I'm a little concerned about his loyalty. Okay, good. So this all looks good. Let's see, I forgot to train more armored spearmen there, and this guy's rather disloyal. All right, how are you? All right, not too bad. Our Huscarls are looking, pretty decent in terms of their loyalty. I think I wanted to leave the Cumbri general behind. I think it would be nice to have a general or like a unit in the back line who's decent. All right, so we're definitely building up now. Mercia's got to know that, but they're also fairly well committed on the southern front. All right, now they've got an heir. Okay, forget it. We can't worry about trying to inherit right now. It's a shame. All right, do we have a boat? We do have a boat. All right, let's train one more assassin. It's just, it takes so long to get ships, because we're going to have to wait at least 3 years. But one thought is, okay, if I do that, then that just shortens the time for me to be able to attack East Anglia from here. But I don't think I'm going to need it, quite honestly. I think pretty soon we're going to be attacking Mercia. I'd like to see how this kind of resolves so I can tell sort of who's going to win before they actually win. And I'm worried that if I attack Mercia right now, the Saxons could come back from this. So I want to make a little more certain. All right, Feardmen can come down here, and you can come down too. Let's make sure. All right, Feardmen are in charge. Good. Good. All right, so in terms of building then, we're still training up all of the bishops that we can. Sending them over here just to kind of see what we can do with the conversion of the Vikings. It's not a priority right now, but maybe it'll make them a little more loyal. Okay, so Fib. We've still got a decent treasury. We've got a boat builder option right here, right now. We'll also get it in Bernicia, but I think it's less likely that we're going to need to train a bunch of Cav. The other thing is Cav is pretty available as a mercenary unit in this game, so you can kind of rely on always having some Merc Cav available. But let's train up all of these guys. What are you? All right, that's pretty bad, but I think we put you under, at least in the same province as some more loyal guys, and then we'll move you down here. What are they training? Peasants in Lindisi, archers in Mercia, fearedmen in Rock and Seton, horsemen in Huica. Okay. All right, let's just one more turn, see how this turns out. All right, big counterattacks all over the place. My gosh. Okay, loyalist unrest in Essex. So this is Saxons. Oh, this is my fault because I've got a spy down here. All right, I should have paid more attention to that. I don't necessarily want to cause trouble for Mercia. But look at this. Yeah, Saxons are holding out here. Mercians got 2 stacks back in Huica. Couple in East, so they won in East Anglia. They kicked out King Alfred, and Alfred, in fact, may not be the king anymore. Let's see. Mercians are the strongest. Yep, Saxon leader's been captured and executed. Oof. All right, we've got a daughter. Godwin is very honest. Nice. Lord Edred is loyal. Very nice. All right, who's the new king of Saxony? Harold I. Unhinged loon. Fantastic. Okay, very low loyalty here. Jeez. Well, I don't think I can hurt the Saxons with a spy, because all of their places are places that they've held forever. So I think this is probably fine, and my spy is probably going to generate not very good units for them. Yeah, but look at this. I think we've got the quality now, right? I think that the Mercians couldn't really stand against us. I am worried about the Saxons, so gosh, I feel like if we attack Mercia now, it's just a huge favor to the Saxons. All right, let's get the spy down here. There's no infrastructure. It's 114% loyalty. We might get a rebellion going. Let's get the bishop up there at Essex. Oh, whoops. You want to go over here? Great. Yeah, I'm worried they could just hit Pexeton. All right, 3 more years before we get a port in Gwynedd. Income is starting to fall. Let's go for another woodsman. Let's go for another 2, 3. What do we've got? We've got like 5 or 6 housecarls, but let's go for one more. And let's go for another assassin in Deira. What I'd like to see is this prince get detached from the king, so that theoretically I could target Prince Donchad here. But I'm not thinking that's too likely with the border fort and everything. All right, let's go for more armored spearmen, more archers, and more feared. And I think the horseman is good, so maybe this will be like our last turn of training. Yeah, Mercians are redeploying to the north. Oh, jeez. Okay. Saxons are starting to win. That's just terrible. They're going to lose Huica outright, so the Saxons just get it. So they're not retreating to the fort. They're just getting out of the settlement because their king is here. Yep. Jeez. Okay, Cumbria. Armorer completed. Alright, good. That's Lord Ethelwulf. A couple more shields of loyalty. He should be up to 6 now. Yes. Great. Great. Once we get a port here, you know, we could theoretically attack someplace like Somerset. Do we want to do that? Do we want to, like, switch again? Because, yeah, I think if we attack Mercia now, then they're done, right? We could throw everything here at Mercia itself and take it, I am sure. No doubt. We could take that out. Even if they brought everything back, I think we'd still win because a lot of their units are just peasants. They don't have as many housecarls as we do by now. And I think we'd take it. And that's not what I want to see, because then it's like, we've gained one province and the Saxons have gained like more than that. because I don't think we'll be able to grab as much as necessary. We need to... What I want to do is for the Mercians to win for like just a little bit. Like get down to Somerset, get down to Wessex, hold those two, like hold this line of 3 provinces. Like, you know, get in the Thames, right? In the Thames Valley here. And hold it. And then I would attack them and feel better that the Saxons wouldn't be able to come back from it. So the timing in this is very important. I'm being a little hesitant here. But I have been burned in the past, so... Alright, you go down here, you go down here, and you. Come down here. And maybe I want to bring my prince over in Pexeton. I don't know, maybe not, though. Because I don't want him to get stuck in a fort or something. Alright, now we're down to 731. Notice how I'm just quietly building assassins and not committing to building a ship or anything. Alright, that prince is just going to stay in the stack, unfortunately. Until his dad dies. He's 60 years old. It's unheard of. You would live that long. It's not, actually. You can live pretty long in this game. Your kings can. Alright, let's check our Catholicism rate here. 38%. Hordaland, 11% in Jutland. We're making headway. It's going to probably take a very long time. But there's no border forts in either of these places. We can get another spy over here. You know, I think we could cause some trouble for him if I really wanted to. But let's sit tight for now. I don't think the Mercians really want to open up a new front and attack me. Oh, the Welsh go. Wow. Very interesting. Alright, the Mercians are the richest. Doesn't really mean anything. So nothing happened militarily here. Except that the Mercian king has gone back to his capital. And the Welsh king struck out at Devon. Right, the Irish leader is dead and his heir is taken over. And he comes of age, or he gets crowned in Brega. Okay, do we want to remain allied to the Welsh? Ooh. You know, I'm going to say no. I don't think we need to be, and this would allow us to grab Clyde, which is a province I want. We'll be able to link up here. This has iron. So, although we could cancel our alliance with the Saxons, and then we could attack down here. Ooh, this is a tough one. And the Saxons don't have any boats here right now. Alright, let's remain allied to the Welsh. Okay, now I'm neutral to both the Saxons and the Mercians. I can do whatever I want. Okay. I could come down here and hit Somerset, which looks fairly vulnerable. But this looks like the most vulnerable place. If I can wait, oh gosh, 1 more year, I can bring this army out of Gwynedd down to Devon. Right? This is going to be a forlorn hope kind of army. Right, and I think I want to be training up some stuff to bring over as reinforcements here and possibly in here. Alright, I should check the loyalty of these guys because this is all influx. Put you all under the prince and you here. Okay, so now we've got 2, 4, 6 Saxon Huscarls here. That's very nice. Alright, what are the odds of a 2-star assassin killing the Irish king? 17. Sure. I know 3 of them is not great odds, but let's see, what is he? Great warrior, strange. He's 19, he's unmarried. There's actually no border fort here. So let's crank up a few more of these. I'm not too worried anymore about developing boats. It's just going to take so long. And in 1 year, we'll be able to crank them out in Fib, actually, which is a little less important. Let's train another horseman here, though, while we can. And let's get some feared, some woodmen feared. Okay. Alright, so we are currently neutral with the other English factions. We're not allied with either of them, which is kind of bad because this removes the possibility of us relieving a siege. You know, there's currently no sieges, but if we were like allied to Mercia and the Saxons attacked and invaded Roquensetten and the Mercians were under siege, we could attack the Saxons, right, and relieve the siege of the Mercians, and that gets us our king. It gets our king some influence, which would be nice. You know, and with the Saxons, you know, kind of moving up the board here, that might be a possibility. But I think it's a little more important that we have the freedom to attack either without losing influence further. So, yeah. I think we're doing the right thing. Good big counterattack from Mercia. Alright, failed. Saxons have decided they cannot win the battle. Okay, Saxons are getting out of Hwicca. That may not be permanent because they could counterattack too. Caught and caught. Alright. Scottish leader wants to ally. Let's say no, and we'll try to get a princess married, because that was a princess. We just don't have any sons who are of age. Okay, Godwin's most honest. Lord Uhtred is argumentative. Cuthbert's a man of honor. Very nice. Alfred is inbred. And Lord Cuthbert's a builder. Alright. They are really hoping that I don't attack them right now. Look at this. They've also got lots of stacks. And now they've got a ship. Damn it. Alright, they're allied with the Vikings. Damn, damn, damn. Alright, let's bring you down. And maybe we attack the ship and then start attacking the Saxons. I don't know. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe the ship moves out, right? And next turn we get the option. All right, we're making rather little money right now. Checking the loyalty of all of these guys. Okay. It's looking all right. All right, that's terrible. All right, we need like a prince or somebody with some command, just, you know, and some loyalty. All right, let's just take you over there since everyone's kind of bad. Actually, who's the 2-star? Yeah, you're good. I guess I can take one Huscarl and move him over here to be in charge of all of those unruly people. Okay. Horseman with 2 loyalty and, oh yeah, Armored Spearman with 2 loyalty. Alright, why don't we put you with the king for now? And there's the Scottish princess. She's 17, so checking my heirs. We've got a Prince Redwulf in 10 years. She might still be alive, right? And we've got an emissary, so we can get her maybe married off to him then. We'll try to keep an eye on it. But the fact that they're asking for marriage is very nice. Very encouraging. Let's see, where do we not have a bishop? Let's get you down there. Let's get you actually up to Orcades. Let's get you in... let's see, Somerset. And you can be in... let's see, I think we got somebody just about everywhere. How about Kent? Because that spy could theoretically be caught at some point. Okay, our spy is kind of working against the Saxons right now to hope that the Mercians start to do well. Alright, big Saxon attack in Hwicca. Fib is invaded. Wow. Alright, we're going to have to fight a battle in this episode. I thought that, you know, maybe we were going to have a huge battle happen in the south, but the way the war is going now, I was thinking, all right, maybe we're going to get through the episode with no battles. But yeah, it looks like we're going to have to fight for it. And we outnumber them. Let's see. We've got some spearmen. We've got some feared, a couple feared. And we've got some odds and ends, really. But we do have Cav, and Edgefrith is a good general here. Okay, as the defenders, we get to deploy. So, unfortunately, that there's not too many good places to deploy. They, as the attackers, are going to be directly in front of us. So we could get up into these woods and grab this shoulder of the hill. And, you know, we don't have... they don't have any cav, I don't think. So that might work out pretty well for us. Alright, we can get up there pretty quickly. Let's just leave everybody in kind of... you know, loose-ish formation. So here's my line of shield guys, and here's my aggressive line. Again, we'll get it all looking nicer once we get onto the battle, and then all the cav can be together. Okay, this is very messy, but let's just get up here for now. Yeah, okay, they do have 20 royal bodyguards, and then their general is armored spears. I think that's good. They don't have any really aggressive units other than their cav. Spears and armored spears. Okay. So our fearedmen should be better than, like, most of these units. So let's get them set up. Okay, I don't like how far apart they are, but we can address that later. And the aggressive units, like, just behind him. Maybe we can try to work the gaps there. We've got one peasant. We've got, you know, a decent amount of cav here. Let's run them off to the left and put the general back up behind. You know, maybe I can even do something kind of stupid, like take these guys way out and around. Hide them in the forest, maybe the AI will forget about them. And then we'll get like one of these spearmen chasing after my cav. Or their armored royal bodyguard, actually, which would be nice too. Let's get you off there, off in the distance. So I'm kind of thinking about trying something I've never really done. We'll try almost like a checkerboard sort of formation here. This is probably not a great idea. Because, you know, ideally you want to have your guys grouped together nicely. But if we leave these gaps, I'm thinking maybe we could do something with that. Alright, they're not falling for it. Plus, we're not hidden, so let's go off there. Alright, what do we got? They're marching quickly. Let's see. We're right by the trees. Alright, they're going to be attacking my feared. So, yeah, let's go ahead. Bring the woodsman down into the gap here. What I like to do is maybe bring the feared back this way. Alright, we've got the woodsman chopping him down. Ooh, they're getting really hurt. Look at that. Wow. Oh my gosh. Alright, woodsman. Good work. Alright, I'm gonna grind the spears forward. Spearmen are just over on the side here. Let's move them like so. Get them into the flank. Our woodsmen are caught in the middle here, so this is not good for them. Fearedmen are doing okay. Alright, let's bring our cav back. Did I order you to charge? I think the Gallowglasses are just charging. Just on their own initiative. Well, let's see how they do. Armored spearmen are doing very well. They're evenly matched. They're doing some damage. Alright, let's go ahead and send the Celtic warriors down to these spearmen. I'm going to send, let's see, my cavalry, yes, right into the rear here. And right into the rear here. And maybe we can rout this whole body by the time the other spears get back. They're going to be tired from all that racing around the map. This is a very valorous unit, I think, of armored spearmen. Great, those guys are not. 51 men. They just vaporized. Beautiful. Alright, let's pull the Celtic warriors back. I'm going to start marching my spearmen up and around. Actually, no. Let's just bring him down this way. Alright, they're going to be very tired as well. Alright, let's send the spearmen up, or the fearedmen up into this block. Got Celtic warriors too. Let's all go for it. And I think we got to get the prince here. I guess he's no longer a prince. General Edgefrith. Around here, because these armored spearmen are holding out pretty well, but we are going to be hitting them with some more aggressive units. No, Celtic warriors are routing. All right, let's throw in here. Wow. Okay. Fearedmen are standing. Let's see. We got a lot of valor on this unit, or 4 valor anyway. That's maybe not necessarily a lot. Where are? Okay, we've got this 1 peasant. I don't know where these 3 cavalry are. Down to 12 men, losing slightly. 51 armored spearmen. Okay, yes. Oh, the Royal Bodyguard's fighting spears. Okay, that's probably not the best. Come back around. Let's throw in here to these spearmen. Try to get rid of them once and for all. Spearmen are standing. Let's hit them. 43. 42. 38. Okay, it's looking better. Alright, they're running away. Great. Let's get our cavalry up this way. Down to fewer than half in our bodyguard. Alright, we're going to be charging uphill. We're quite tired. We are going to get a flank. Let's see. Yes, the cavalry. Actually, why don't the cavalry stay on them? Those gallows glasses, there's 19 of them. They may be helpful. Down to just 25 armored spearmen in this general's unit. Alright, I think those 8 spearmen are not coming back, so we can get our royal bodyguard back over here. Oh, good. That's it. Alright, that could have gone very badly, just through luck of the melee, right? Our general could have fallen. So it is, a lot of it is kind of up to chance. You know, you don't know exactly where your general is. You can't control precisely, you know, which guy in the unit he is. Like in Rome, you can tell which guy is the general, and you can kind of get him out of trouble if he's in melee and you don't want him to be. But wow, yeah, Edgefrith down to 7 men again. He's been through some stuff. Okay, ransom refused. And we are technologically excellent. Sussex. Saxons are planning to attack them. Well, yes, they would, wouldn't they? So this is from my spy down here. Oh, and we lost visibility. Why is that? Oh, probably because we just, I don't know, moving bishops and princesses around. Oh, okay, we lost a spy in Wicca. Okay, we lost the alliance with the Welsh and the Irish. Uh-oh. All right. So who do we have? Do we have anybody? We've got no allies anymore. All right. I think people are a little intimidated by our technological excellence, by the size of our chain that we've managed to forge. Okay. We could take out Monmouth and then get our ship out of this sea region and then be at peace with the Picts in, you know, a couple of turns. If we could take Monmouth out, which I don't think we can with this army. Well, maybe. What is this? Flatland and mountains, so we'd be fighting in the hills. Okay. Well, let's check. Edgefrith is still looking pretty good in terms of loyalty. You know, he could be a lot worse. All right, I want to change how some bishops are working. I want you to go down to Hwicca, and I want you to go down to Kent. We absolutely need to see what's going on there. So I would guess the Saxons have this now. Which again is not great. At least the Mercians have held on to East Anglia and Essex. And we'll see if they're going to hold on to Kent. And I'm noticing as well that the Saxon ship is now gone. They've moved back to wherever this place is. So we could. The way is open for us to invade the Saxons and hit them pretty hard. Now, there's almost nobody in Somerset, but I'm guessing a lot of their troops are right here. Right? And if we go down to deafness, so they do have Huscarls, 1 full unit with 3 valor. Ooh. Plus 6 morale because he's been tortured. So that's terrible. What do we have in this this army? Okay, it's nothing awesome. Right, but this is the Landsman unit. Right, this is our bribed Vikings. Okay, what if we do this? All right, we've got the peasants in charge. If we take them out, that still looks very loyal. So I don't even need to worry about that side of things. So we could do this right now. We could jump in, and this could be our beginning of the war. Take a small force down to deafness just to mess up the Saxons, to prevent them from getting the upper hand. And the Mercians are going to attack back into Hwicca next turn, I believe. Right? This army, along with, let's take the armored spearmen here. Let's take both units. I think that would do it. I mean, it's still going to be tough fighting these Huscarls, but I don't think they can move that much in here. They've got a prince, Bertrick, who is awful, and they've got another Huscarl unit in Somerset. But we are losing spies around here. We do have a 4 valor spy. Let's see, very low, 93%. I mean, we could see a rebellion here. So let's keep that spy where he is. Jeez. All right, so the Irish are allied with the Mercians, but it's the Picts that caused trouble for us. So theoretically, if we end this war with the Picts, we could get back into the good graces of the Irish, right? Theoretically. Let's try it. Let's see if they'll be open to a ceasefire. I doubt it. But let's see if we can just buy like a year. Train up some stuff, which actually, we don't have a lot we can train. Okay, Dalriada does. So let's get some feared. Ski can't train anything. Fib is training horsemen. Lothian has mercenaries. We'll get them later. And let's go with some feared and some woodsmen and some Huscarls. We'll bring them up north. And if the diplomatic overtures fail, then we can send our military in to do the negotiating. We'll take Monoth, which is not that great, but honestly, I wouldn't mind having it. It's just another place to hold. It's get an abbey still, so it's making them a couple hundred. If that stays in place, then that's wonderful. Got a little bit of infrastructure, so it might be worth our while if we can get our troops up there. Let's see. Got a ship here. We're training assassins. Maybe let's hold off on the assassins and do a ship. Alright, let's get these guys grouped up as well. I don't think we can have them all in the same army. Not too many men. So I want to leave out like just a bunch of really loyal guys. I guess that'll do. And now we've got some, you know, plausible stacks, I guess. What else can we bring down here, though? Like, theoretically, we could bring some units down from Ski. Let's take the mercenaries. Gallow glasses would be nice to have against Saxon Huscarls. And what else? I guess we could go with an armored spear unit. Oh, he's very disloyal, though. Let's go with some woodsmen. Alright. Yep, I think that's that. Alright, Saxons just retreat out of Devon without a fight. We've conquered it, but it's under siege. Alright, we've got an assassin in Deira. And no ceasefire with the Picts. But we've got Prince Anred who's loyal. Okay, that's very nice. It won't be useful when he's king, but I'll take it for now. He's the heir, so that's good. Now, he's married to an Irish princess. Again, I'd like to get back into an alliance situation with the Irish so that we could concentrate on assassinating them once again. Or, you know, having them just die off. Yes, he's nervous, actually. He's constantly worried about being assassinated, causing sleepless nights and troubled days. It is not good for his health. So -5 health means this guy is going to be easier to kill in battle. So that's nice. If he ever does any fighting, which doesn't look like he will, then that could be good. Okay, so we've declared war with the Saxons. We've entered into the battle here. Let's move... I just can't wait. Let's get a bishop over here. And let's see. I think you just go over to Kent. You stay there. Everyone else stay where they are. I think that'll be good. King Harold I is eager to retreat. -2 morale. And Crackbrain -2 morale. And he's got some years left. So that's good to keep in mind. I just need to know who owns this. Actually, we can do that by hovering over the province. Okay, Saxons own it. But they're going to be very hesitant to strip troops out of here because they are surrounded by lots of Mercian stacks. And the Mercians are training good stuff again. They're training Huscarls in Mercia. Alright. I still think we could probably push them out of here, you know, with not too much trouble. Let's check our influence. Alright, we're up to 4. Good. Natural leader, secret pride, great builder. What is it, Elfwald? Okay. The Picts are not... It doesn't appear that they're training anything, and they're probably broke. Well, I guess you just gotta live with the consequences of just, you know, lashing out like you did. But yeah, we're going to be looking at, see, what do we get in Somerset? Feared and Huscarls. We got some Huscarls holed up in Devon. We may be counterattacked. And I think it might be good to have the armored spearmen down here. That'll give us a bunch of units. A nice full stack, pretty much. Let's go ahead and queue up the assault. And maybe we won't get counterattacked this turn, and we can take Devon and own it completely. This has very little But this does have a valor bonus for a unit that we can train theoretically. This is horsemen. We just throw a stables down here. I think we need to get to the stockade level, and then we'll be able to train valored horsemen. And this is also a nice province because it's got 2 metal resources. Iron for buffing up those horsemen, of course, and then copper for just a little bit of income. So even though the farms are terrible, we could still be making some money that way. So I think this is pretty good. I think we're okay. We've got this little annoying war with the Picts, but again, we'll be able to change that, and I think bring that to a close pretty soon. For now, I'm going to leave the ship up here just so we can keep an eye on things. But yeah, let's go in fact with another horseman. And let's queue up. Actually, we're going through money. Look at that. 21 profits projected. So actually, this is probably our last bout of training for a while. We've got to be happy with what we have. All right. So that's the plan. We're going to assault Devnas on the next turn. What is this? Cridianton. I don't know where that's supposed to be, but I've heard the name before. So we will assault it and see if the Saxons are going to try to hit us while we do that. Get our bishop up in Huica to see what their forces look like. This has got to be the absolute core of the Saxon army at this moment. So we're basically getting a little bit of a freebie down here, and then the Mercians are probably going to counter them next turn, and that'll be our cue to hit Mercia, and then we should be in a pretty nice position. So this has taken longer than I thought. I thought at the end of this episode we'd have several provinces under our belt, or we'd be in trouble. And neither of those things has really happened. I think that's good. So we'll just have to see where it goes. Until the next time, everybody, take care.